Hi and welcome. I'm excited to be here today to share with you some cards that I made using some awesome new stamps from Technique Junkies and a great new stencil from A Colorful Life Designs. This stamp is called Hang Your Broom. It features a witch and some bats and a moon. This is the Drippy Moons stencil from A Colorful Life Designs, and this is Pixie Spray. You're going to see me create several different backgrounds today using different colors of Distress Oxide inks and different colored paper. So first I have this orange piece of paper. This is just an A2 card. So the size is 4 1/4 by 5.5. I'm going off camera to spray my stencil with Pixie Spray. Pixie Spray is a low tack adhesive, but it's just tacky enough to hold that stencil onto that piece of paper and allow me to do some ink blending. All right, so I have Antique Linen Distress Oxide, and I have a domed foam blending tool from scrapbook.com. And I have Antique Linen, and I'm just going across this stencil and blending in the ink. This is a really simple process. One of the greatest things about stencils is they're so versatile. There's so many things that you can do with them. But today we're just focusing on using colored paper with our stencils, and we're going to create some pretty cool Halloween backgrounds. You will see me speed the video up sometimes, just for the sake of time, because I'm a slow crafter. Okay, now I have a nice piece of green cardstock, and again, I have Antique Linen Distress Oxide ink. If you are interested in this stencil or in the Technique Junkies stamps, I'll have a link below with my discount codes. The antique linen didn't show up that brightly on the green. All right, so we have some purple. I think the antique linen looks really good on the orange. Now we have a purple piece of cardstock, and I'm actually switching to a blending brush because this Drippy Moon stencil, has some really detailed patterns, and my domed foam blending tool was just getting a little tore up in the process, and I know that won't happen with a blending brush. As I was saying, I will have coupon codes for both Technique Junkies 10% off your order and A Colorful Life Designs 10% off your order in my description box below. It's so awesome when I can use these products from A Colorful Life Designs and Technique Junkies together, because I'm on both design teams, and I love it whenever there's a release and I can see how something from Technique Junkies matches up so well with something from A Colorful Life Designs. All right, I'll go ahead and fast forward so that we can get to the best part, which is the reveal. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm noticing that the antique linen just doesn't seem bright enough. So I grabbed mustard seed, and I'm sure glad that I did, because the mustard seed is really a great color for this project. It really just adds vibrancy, and the moon just jumps right off of the page. I think this is the perfect color for these card panels. Now I have my paper in portrait position, which is vertical, and I am using the same stencil with the same ink and just giving myself some options. When I'm designing my final cards, it's helpful to have the moons on the panels in both the portrait and the landscape panels. So now I have a piece of black. Now you'll notice that I'm still using the same stencil and the same ink, and the Pixie Spray remains tacky on the stencil when I'm doing this project. Once I have this completely blended, I will pull the stencil back and show the reveal. It looks great. I grab another piece of black cardstock, lay it down on my mat in portrait mode, and start blending. Again, this is Mustard Seed Distress Oxide ink, and that looks fabulous on that black card panel. I have my orange panel now. It is portrait mode. I'm going to go ahead and blend that with mustard seed. And again, I'm in fast forward mode just to save time. As I reveal, you can see that the moons look really nice with mustard seed color ink. Now I have a green panel and I'm just doing the same thing, ink blending it with the mustard seed. I have to say, I did have a lot of fun with this stencil. I love the background. I can't wait to make a bunch of Halloween cards, but for now I made two. I'm using the Hang Your Broom. This says, "It's not how you wear your hat, it's where you hang your broom." And I think I stamped it with Catherine Polar Archival ink or VersaFine Clair. No, it's Catherine Polar. Those are my two go-to black inks, either Catherine Polar Midnight Archival ink or VersaFine Clair Nocturne. Then I grabbed the other stamp that is new this month. It's called Witch in All of Us. There's a little witch in all of us. And here are my finished cards. So what I did was, you saw that I stamped the Hang Your Broom on a piece of white cardstock. I cut it out with my decal trimmer, and then I used a little bit of purple ink to just lightly, I just took my foam dome blending tool and I just lightly went around the edges with that purple ink to create sort of a vignette effect. And then I had some dies that were little bats. So I cut out two little bats, added them to the corner. And then I took my white gel pen and I colored in the stars because that crescent moon has stars in it. It's so pretty. And then I adhered that using foam tape at an angle onto the purple panel. And then I adhered that to a black top fold landscape card base. I think this one turned out really awesome. It's a great color scheme, right? Love purple. Wow, get your shades on. Look how bright this green looks with the Drippy Moon stencil in the background. And the Drippy Moon looks so bright because it's in that mustard seed. So what I did was I took the stamped panel where it says there's a little witch in all of us. I trimmed it down with my decal trimmer and I used some black ink just to go around the edges, make it look a little bit grungy. I had a die of a witch riding her broom with her cat, her black cat. So I die cut that and I put it underneath the sentiment. And then I adhered it to a black top fold portrait style card base. So those are my two cards. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out Technique Junkies' new releases for September. There are 3 stamps with witches in the new release. Please check out A Colorful Life Designs. There are some fantastic Halloween stencils that were released this month. And please make sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the cards. I love your comments. I love hearing from all of you. And give the video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I'd love it if you would subscribe. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a hopeful day. Bye-bye.